Hey guys, so today I am going to be doing a get ready with me. I am getting ready for Christmas Eve dinner at my in-laws. We do this every single year and my face looks like this and I can't leave the house with it looking like this. So I gotta get ready and I figured why not film my get ready with me and do my Q&A at the same time. So this will be like a talk through, get ready with me, Q&A kind of thing. And I've never done a Q&A before, but on one of my vlogs, I asked you guys to go ahead and ask me some questions, and I want to answer as many as I can while I get ready, so let's just jump right in right now. Okay, sorry, Camden was just screaming, crying because he hit his head, but he's okay. Alex was watching him upstairs. He's okay. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the video because I don't have too much time to get ready and it takes me a long time to get ready. So, how many kids are you planning on having? I don't know. I at least want 2 because I want Camden to have a sibling to play with. But Alex has always said he wanted 4 because he has 3 brothers, so he grew up with 3 siblings and he said 4 is always a lot of fun. So he wouldn't mind 4, and I could do 4. I don't think I could do more than 4, so anywhere from 2. I think I want more than 2 though, but I at least want 2. So I could do 3 or 4, like I'd be totally happy with 3. Alex would be totally happy having 4, so 3 or 4. But we'll have to see about that. And for my primer today, I'm going to be using this Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and it's just like a sample size. I don't remember where I got this, but I think it's really pretty. So I like to use this all over. I'm gonna go in with my foundation, and I'm gonna be using this Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation in light beige. I've talked about this before. I really love this foundation. I think it's amazing for drugstore. Highly recommend it. It's lightweight, but it's pretty full coverage, at least for me. So I really love it. And I'm going to use it with this Real Techniques sponge, which is similar to a beauty blender, but it's a lot more affordable. Next question is, why does Alex not like being on the camera? I'm guessing he's camera shy. He's actually wanted from the FBI, so he is trying to like dodge the camera and not be on film or camera at all times. No, I'm totally kidding, obviously. Yeah, he is camera shy. That's pretty much what it is. He's never liked to be on camera. He's never liked pictures being taken of him. He's never liked being in videos. He doesn't like Snapchat. He doesn't like any of that stuff. He doesn't have Facebook or any kind of social media. Like, he has nothing, and he never has. He's just not into that stuff at all, and that's totally fine. But getting him to like take pictures is like pulling teeth, you guys. Like, I don't know how I got him to take engagement and wedding pictures. Like, I don't know how I did that, but yeah, it's I feel like it's gotten worse. Like, he literally dodges every single picture ever. And then when I do get, like, I snap a picture of him, like, he looks horrible in it. And I'm like, okay, let's take another one. Like, that wasn't a great picture. And he's like, nope, I did it. Like, you asked me and I did the picture. Like, I'm not doing another one. And then I can't, like, use that picture because it's just a bad picture. So, that's why he won't be on film. Like, I told him, like, I'm so passionate about YouTube. Like, I really want to get him more involved in it because you guys love seeing like me and Camden, and I know that like he's the missing piece in all of my videos, and I totally understand that. Like, I would want to see the husband and the father of the baby. Like, it's weird he's not more involved, and I'm working on it, you guys. I really am. You and Alex have any plans for a second baby at all down the road? And I've kind of already answered this question with how many kids you want, but yes, we do. We want to at least wait till Camden is 1. So in April, once he's 1, then we are completely open to me getting pregnant again. I would honestly like to be living in a bigger house because our house is very small, and I feel like it would be really crowded with another baby. I mean, it's doable, but I would like to live in another house, so we'll just have to like play it out and see. How did you and Alex meet? So It was New Year's Eve, the year 2008, turning into 2009. And so we both went to the same high school, but he is about like 5 or 6 years older than me. So we didn't know each other in high school, obviously, because we weren't there at the same time. So we ended up going to like a New Year's Eve party with like lots of people from our high school from all different years. And we met at a New Year's Eve party at a bar in downtown DC. And I had seen him before, like I had seen him at some like parties that I had gone to, and I always thought like he was cute, but I didn't know much about him. I didn't know who he was. So I saw him New Year's Eve. We got to like talking, and we realized that we were already kind of connected in a way, because my older brother and one of his younger brothers were really, really close growing up. We actually lived on the same street, same neighborhood, and our brothers were like best friends. His brother would come over to our house all the time. My brother would go to his house all the time. And Alex and I never met because of the age gap. I mean, when you're that little, like you don't play with the boy who's like 6 years older than you, that would be really weird. So we never really knew each other, but we knew our brothers were friends. So we figured out who our brothers were, and then we put it together, and I was like, oh, you're his brother? And he was like, you're his sister? Like, what? So kind of like boy, girl next door kind of thing. Like we grew up next to each other, but we didn't really know each other. Sorry, I completely forgot to tell you what concealer I just used, but it is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Light, and I just put it under my eyes and then a little bit down my nose to highlight. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use some powder under my eyes to set the concealer, and I'm going to use this Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Ooh. Ah. So I might just bake a little bit, which is pretty much just letting the powder sit for a little bit underneath your eyes. So the next question is, do you currently work, or are you a stay-at-home mommy? I'm a stay-at-home mommy. I used to work for a tax firm, and I did administrative work, and I haven't gone back since I had Camden. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna, have to go back or not before I had Cam. But we kind of just figured out that it was best that I stay home with him, and I couldn't ask for anything more. Like, I am so happy that I'm able to stay at home every day with my baby and just see him grow and just be with him. Like, I'm so blessed and so thankful and so happy that I'm able to do that, because I know so many people aren't able to do that because they need like 2 incomes. But I even get to like pursue YouTube even more because I have more time to film and edit now that I'm home, even though I have a baby, so it is hard. I mean, if I were having to work an 8-hour job every day and then come home and take care of my son, like there would be absolutely no time for YouTube except for on the weekends. And most likely on the weekends, I would just want to be with my baby all day. So I'm able to do YouTube, which I'm so happy about because I love YouTube. By the way, I am going to set the rest of my foundation with this Flower translucent finishing powder in Miracle Matte from Flower Beauty. I got this at Walmart. I think this is the Drew Barrymore makeup line. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. I'm just going to use my Lorac Take a Brow brunette palette. I used to use this all the time, and I recently started using it again, and I absolutely love it. I think it's a really, really great brow product. I'm kind of sick of using the pencils that I've been using for a while because I feel like, I don't know if I'm using them too heavy-handed, but they always, just my brows look way too intense and way too dark when I use the pencil. And when I use this powder, I feel like I can like lighten them up and they're not as crazy looking. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this for my brows. That's funny. So one of the comments from you guys was, love Lauren Benet too, because in my vlog I talk about Lauren. And then she goes, my little guy 7 months, and I feel like watching you, Lauren, and Aaron is like hanging out with my mom friends. I totally feel the same way, girl. Like, I'm not kidding. Lauren and Aaron are like and I love them. I absolutely love them. I watch their videos all the time. And so yeah, it's funny because I love those YouTubers. All right, so it says, since motherhood is encompassing, what did you do to rediscover yourself as a mom? What do you do to feel like yourself apart from just being mommy? That's a really interesting question. I mean, I've only been a mom for a little over 8 months, and I love it so much that, I mean, that is like a huge part of my identity now. Like I am a mom, and that's number one to me. But you know, I've been focusing so much more on YouTube, I feel like, the past 8 months, because I do have more time to do that. And so I feel like that is also part of my identity as a person, is like a YouTuber, as weird as that sounds. Okay, sorry about that. My camera like overheated. Sometimes that happens where like the temperature gets too hot and then it just shuts off and I have to wait for it to like cool down. Sorry about that. But in the meantime, I went ahead and bronzed my face. I used this Sigma large angled contour brush, and then I used this the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer, and I just kind of bronzed all around my face. And did I do anything else? Oh, and I did contour a little bit. I used my NARS Ita brush and my Urban Decay Beached bronzer, and I just did a little bit of contour for my cheekbones, and then I did my nose. So that's all I did. Okay, so now we're gonna go back into the questions. Oh yeah, I was answering the, like, what did I do to rediscover myself as a mom and feel like myself again apart from being a mom. So yeah, pretty much just doing YouTube has really helped me, because I feel like I'm not just a mom, which I'm completely fine with being just a mom because I absolutely love it, but I also love, and I'm so passionate about YouTube, as I've said many times before. So the fact that I'm able to do YouTube more now has just made me so happy and feel like I have like something else that I can do, like another hobby that I can do besides just being a mom, if that makes sense. I'll go ahead and apply my blush using this Becca Blushed with Light palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the Wisteria color, which is kind of like the purpley toned blush. It's like gorgeous, and I can't get enough of this blush. It's like my absolute favorite right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this MAC 129, I think. Okay, so the question is, what made you decide to start your YouTube channel and post videos, and what has been the best and worst part about doing this? Okay, so, oh my gosh, I just realized, am I supposed to be like saying the people's names? I didn't do that. Sorry. Oh, I've never done a Q&A. I completely forgot that I'm supposed to be saying people's names. Okay, from now on, I'm going to say your name. I'm so sorry that I didn't address your name. Like, what was I thinking? My bad. Okay, so let's see. Who just asked me this question? Elizabeth Harden. Okay, so Elizabeth asked, what made you just decide to start a YouTube channel and post videos, and what has been the best and worst part about doing this? Okay, so I have been watching YouTube for like years now. Like, I don't even remember when I started like watching beauty videos on YouTube, like makeup tutorials. I mean, I probably just needed to like learn how to do something, and I Googled it and looked at a tutorial, and I was hooked. I was like, ooh, like this is fun. I love watching this. And I feel like tutorials are so in-depth. Like, you can put them up and literally follow like the exact steps of what this person is doing and literally do the same look. I mean, it might take a few times, but like you can get pretty close. I mean, these beauty gurus really teach you step by step, and they're very detailed, and they really like let you in on all their little secrets, and I think it's amazing. I love that the beauty community can now just have YouTube channels and kind of just show you what they know, show you all the ins and outs of the beauty world and how to apply makeup. I have always loved makeup from the bottom of my heart. Like, just loved applying makeup ever since high school. My mom used to be a makeup artist, and she actually got me into makeup. She used to put makeup on me when I was a little girl, and then in high school she used to show me how to do my makeup for prom, and she used to actually do my makeup for these events and do my friends' makeup. And then, you know, she kind of taught me how to do it, and then ever since then I started getting into it. And then once I started watching YouTube, I really like started getting into like contouring and like all that crazy stuff. So Anyway, I watched YouTube for a couple years and I was like, you know, I think it would be so much fun for me to do it. Like I have so many little tips and tricks to show people, and I thought, why not? Like, let me try. Like, that would be something, because I don't really feel like I have anything that's just like me. Like, I always wanted to learn guitar, and I've tried over and over to teach myself, and it's so difficult, but I just like have never really gone full force and like done it. And I've just always been so good at makeup, and I've always helped my friends with their makeup, and I've done so many brides, like I've done so much makeup for all of my friends' weddings and all that, and I just feel like, you know, let me just go ahead and start a channel and see what happens. So that's why I started a channel. I initially started my channel over a year ago to do makeup videos, but I started getting into vlogging, and especially when I got pregnant, I thought it was fun to document and film my pregnancy. And then like once Camden was born, like how can you not film that cute little face, you know? So I started to just vlog, and then I really got into vlogging. Like I just thought it was so much fun to document my life. And that's how it got started. As far as the best and worst parts of YouTube, the worst parts for sure are just like the shitty comments. Sorry for my language, but like the negative comments that you get. And you know, they don't bother me too much because they're not that bad. I think the worst comments that I've gotten are probably on Camden's birth vlog, which sucks because that's such a precious video to me. But I've gotten so many views on that vlog that that's where like the worst comments are, and I just read them and I just have to ignore them. Like sometimes I really want to apply with just like this like snarky little like comeback comment, but then I think about it and I'm like, okay, probably just let it go, because this person doesn't know what they're talking about, and they're obviously a sad little soul. So just let them do them and I'll do me and just ignore it and go on with my like happy life, you know what I mean? So I try to ignore it the best I can. I have gotten like mean comments on other videos, obviously, but they don't bother me too much. They're not that mean. Some are actually, but I try to like just, you know, I know that it comes with the territory of doing YouTube. And I've talked to like my other YouTube friends about it, and you know, you gotta look past it. It sucks, but that's part of being a YouTuber. People are judging your every move, and if they don't like it, some people are just going to straight up tell you. They're going to tell you how it is. They're going to tell you how they feel. And it's one thing to state your opinion. It's another thing to kind of be an asshole and just, you know, just criticize someone like to that extent. I'm rambling totally. But yeah, that is the worst part of being a YouTuber. It's just like the horrible mean comments that you can get. And then the best part about being a YouTuber, honestly, is just your subscribers. Because I just feel like I've made so many friends, like, just being on YouTube. Like I know when you guys comment, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, like this person's commenting like this, and I've seen your name over and over, and I just feel like we know each other, you know what I mean? Like, so I just think it's really cool, especially because so many people are from like all over the world, like different countries, and I think that's insane. Like I love when you guys tell me where you're from. I did my blush, and I'm gonna go ahead and highlight now. I'm going to use my Laura Geller, here it is, Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Gilded Honey. This is an amazing highlight, and this is like a, I don't know if this is a sample, this is like a tiny one. My mom gave it to me. I think she got it in like one of her like Ulta rewards bags or something. I don't really know, but she gave it to me, and I was very excited because I've been wanting this highlight for some time now. So, and it's little, but I mean, my God, this will last me a long time. You should see this highlight. Like all you have to do is just tap it in there. Put it on your cheekbones, a little bit around your brow. Bada bing, bada boom. Like look at that highlight. And I barely even did anything, so. This is a really beautiful highlight. It's very like gold, but it's not too gold where you look like a Christmas present or something. Let me go ahead and answer another question, but I'm gonna go ahead and start on my eyes. I'm gonna be using this Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I just can't, I mean, this palette is like my life. Like I can't not use this palette right now. So I'm gonna be using this Salted Caramel shade. And I'm gonna put that all over my lid. And next question is from Madison Fields, and she says, what is your secret on getting Cam to sleep? He seems like such a good napper / sleeper in all of your videos. Sometimes, but not always. And she says, my son will be 4 months old next week and fights sleep so bad. He's also waking up every 2-3 hours a night. He used to be a decent sleeper though, so share your secrets. LOL. Sleepless in Kentucky. Girl, I feel you. Like, let me just tell you, Camden was not a good sleeper. He always took naps in his swing, and that was the problem. It's like, ever since he was a baby, like that swing, I was just like, oh my god, like this swing is absolutely amazing. Like, you put him in it and he falls asleep and he'll be down for like hours, right? And so he always slept in the swing, and then like around 6 months, I was like, okay, I really need to start sleep training this little guy, you know? And I was like, but he can't sleep in the swing. And then I read it actually isn't the best for them to nap in the swing because the movement, like, they're not in full REM sleep because they're moving, and I guess your body tells you that you're like not really safe if you're moving, which makes sense, so they can't like get full REM sleep. I thought that was really interesting, but anyway, I wanted to transition him out of the swing for his nap. So what I did is pretty much I just started putting him in his crib. I would make sure that he was changed, like had a fresh diaper on so he was dry, a full belly, and then I would look for his sleepy cues, which would be, they could be anything from yawning or like rubbing his eyes or something like that. You kind of have to figure out for your baby what his cues are when he's tired, and Cam's was that he will rub his eyes when he's tired. So once he started doing that, after like a couple hours of being up and after eating and having a diaper change, I would go ahead and put him in his crib. I'd give him his little Wub and Up pacifier because he can take that out, put it back in his mouth. So it is a sleeping prop, which they say to avoid, but since he can put it in on his own, I feel like it's fine. And he at first would find it a little bit, like he would like kind of whimper and fuss for like a few minutes, but eventually he just kind of started going to sleep because he was tired and there was no need to stay up. So I started doing that. I completely transitioned him one day out of the swing, and I never put him back, and that was like right after I got back from Thanksgiving. When we went away, I never put him back in the swing. So since Thanksgiving, he's never been back in his swing. And then nighttime we're still struggling with. He does sleep in his crib every night. I have a whole bedtime routine. I highly recommend doing a bedtime routine. So between 7 and 8, I try to put him down. And we're still working on it. He does usually wake up once, maybe twice during the night. I feed him a little bit. He goes right back to sleep. But yeah, I would just say be consistent, and that is the #1 thing that you need to do. And good luck, because I know how hard it is. I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to dip it into this Champagne Truffle shade, which is just like a really, really light, shimmery, pinky white. And I'm going to just put that in the corner of my eyes to highlight. I'm just going to use this brush because it's easier. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this white chocolate and I'm just going to put that under my brow bone. Just a little bit of highlight. Okay. So next question. Oh, this girl wrote a lot of questions. Okay, I'm going to try to answer all these. So these questions are from Ivana Almaraz. I hope I said that right. So our first question is, who are your favorite YouTubers to watch? I mentioned this earlier, but I love watching Lauren Benet, Aaron Williams, and Casey Holmes. Like, they are my top 3 favorite YouTubers for sure. And yeah, I watched Casey Holmes for years and years, and then for the past year I've watched Aaron Williams and Lauren Benet, and they're both mamas and I love watching them. So I definitely think those 3 are my favorite. What's your favorite Starbucks drink? Definitely the cold brew, and I know that it's winter time right now, but I still love the cold brew. It's an iced coffee, it's cold brew, so it's stronger, and then I like to get it with the sweet cream. And actually right now during the holidays they have like the holiday spice sweet cream, which is like amazing. So I definitely would say a cold brew. What do you think is the best thing you've gotten for Camden? Like, what's the best invention you've come across that you can't live without? I think the Wub and Up, to be honest with you. Like, that's the first thing that comes to mind. I mean, I would say the swing, because that was like the easiest thing to get him to calm down. If he was ever fussy, or if he was like, wouldn't go to sleep, or, you know, when he was an infant, I would always just put him in the swing, and that would always just like right away take care of the problem. But when you have to transition them out of the swing, it can get a little difficult. So I would say like the #1 thing would probably be the Wub and Up, which is a pacifier, and I know that eventually I will have to get him away from the pacifier, and that might be difficult, but for right now I give it to him, and I like that it has a little animal attached to it because he can always find it and pick it up, and it's very easy for him. So I would probably say the Wub and Up is like my favorite thing. I always make sure I have one with me, whether we're out, whether he's in his crib, whether he's, you know, just sitting on the couch with me or chilling in our bed with us at night or whatever. I just always make sure that he has one with him. And what are your top favorite makeup products? Well, I would say my top favorite makeup eyeshadow palette would definitely be this Too Faced Chocolate Bar, because I can't live without it. It's got the most amazing colors ever, and the eyeshadows are just awesome and so pigmented, and they're just amazing. And then I would probably say, lately I've been absolutely loving the Benefit They're Real Mascara. This is a sample one, but I used to use it all the time, and I've recently got back into it after I came across the sample. I think it's been making my eyelashes just so nice lately. Another one of my top favorite makeup products is this Ysl Lipstick, and this is the color, well, this is the Rouge Per Couture lipstick in the color 10. I forget the actual name, but it is shade 10 if you guys want to look it up. And it's this Ysl lipstick, and it is literally the prettiest nude I've ever come across in my entire life. And I have like 500 million nudes, you guys. Like, nude lipsticks are my favorite, but this one is my top favorite nude. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Let me show it up close if you guys can see it. Let me like swatch it on my hand so you can really see how pretty that is. But I'm probably gonna wear this tonight because this is like my go-to nude lipstick. So yeah, I think those three right now would be like my absolute favorite, because with everything else I kind of like switch back and forth between different products, but I feel like I am constantly using this eyeshadow palette, this mascara, and this lipstick like every single day. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Kat Von D ink liner in Trooper. This is actually another amazing makeup product. I love this eyeliner. It's so great. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner, and I will be right back. Okay, so I did the eyeliner. I just did winged eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead and put on this Benefit They're Real Mascara, and then I'm going to apply some false lashes. I think I'm going to apply some afterwards. We'll see how this looks. But for the next question, it is from Sarah Sparks, and she asks, when you were pumping, what did you do to keep producing milk? A lot of people have asked me this actually, and as you guys know, if you watch my videos, I don't pump anymore. I use formula, but I didn't do anything. I didn't take any kind of like vitamins to help me produce milk. I didn't eat any like kind of oatmeal weird cookies or anything like that. I literally just produced a ton of milk, and it was just like my body, I think. So I really didn't do anything. I just made sure that in the beginning I wasn't exclusively pumping mama, so I had to pump milk. I didn't breastfeed, so I pumped every single 2 hours in the beginning, and then I moved to 3 hours, and I would do it like every single 3 hours. I wouldn't ever miss a pumping session, and I think that really helped to bring in my milk. Okay, so Olivia Tamara asks, some of these questions are like questions I've already answered, so I'm going to just skip through some of them. Do you have plans in the future to return back to work? Not at this moment, I don't. Do you go out with Camden a lot during the day to run errands, etc.? No, I actually don't. Like, if I need to go out for the day to run errands, I usually have my mother-in-law either come over and watch him for a couple hours, or I'll drop him off at her house. And she lives 5 minutes away from me, so it's very, very convenient, and I'm super, super blessed to have her help. But I just figure it's easier to have her watch him while I go run errands, because it's a lot to get like the baby in the car, and then get the baby out of the car, and then get the baby back in the car, and back and forth. It takes up a lot of time, and you can't get things done as fast as you would like to when you have the baby with you. Also, you got to stop and feed them and change them and all this stuff. So as much as I would love to bring him with me just to spend more time with him while I'm running errands, it's just I found it easier to let my mother-in-law help out and take care of him while I go get things done. And so that her next question is, since you pumped for quite some time, did you build up a freezer stash at all? Yes, I did. I actually, in the beginning, I would freeze a ton of my milk because I produced so much. And I actually went through all of it before I stopped pumping. So I used every single frozen stash that I had in my freezer before I stopped. So the next question is from Nicole Hagler. She says, hi, love your vlogs. Thank you so much. And she said, how do you manage mom life and vlogging? It's hard. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be because, you know, obviously Camden is my #1 priority before anything. So when I want to film a video, you know, obviously I want to put on some makeup and kind of like do my hair and look presentable, and sometimes I'm just not able to. So I have shown my true face much more than I have wanted to in my vlogs, but I figure, you know, you guys want to see the real me, you guys want to see my real life, and that's it. Like, this is what that's what I look like in real life. So it's been difficult. Like, a lot of times I've planned to film, I plan to do video, and then I end up not being able to do it because Camden just needs more of my attention. He needs to eat, he's pooped, he won't sleep, or he doesn't feel well, or whatever reason. I mean, you never know with your baby. There's always something that can happen, and so yeah, I mean, it's very hard to kind of manage both. But I try to vlog as much as I can. I think it's easier to vlog than like do a sit-down video, obviously, because when I do a sit-down video, I have to have either Alex taking care of Camden or Cam has to be sleeping. And he only sleeps for a couple hours at a time during the day, so I need to put on my makeup and do my hair and then film, and that takes a while. And during his naps, I also want to do laundry and clean the kitchen and, you know, do a bunch of other things around the house. So I kind of have to like manage my time and figure out like what's most important, what really needs to be done that day. So it is difficult, but it's doable, and I'm trying my best to do it. But I have found that vlogging, like daily life, is, because I've been doing Vlogmas, is easier because I don't have to really get ready. I kind of just like whip out my camera, set it up, and start doing the things that I was gonna do anyway. So putting on some eyelashes. These are just Wispies by Ysl. I love them. Next question is from Erica Nicole, and she says, how did you come up with the name Camden? It was difficult. Alex and I could not agree on a name, and we both liked Cam. Like, we liked the name Cam, and we knew that Cam came from Cameron. And we both liked the name Cameron, but I wasn't crazy about it. But then I kind of did a little bit of research, and I found the name Camden. And actually, Camden is Kristen Cavallari's son's name. And also, Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees, he has a son as well named Camden. And I was like, that's kind of a cute name. And then I kind of heard it a little bit more and more. And I kind of brought it up to Alex, and he wasn't crazy about it. Like, he liked Cameron more, and I think it's just because it was so different. But I think he kind of got the hang of it as he kind of just said it more and more to himself. And we agreed that we liked that it was kind of out of the ordinary. Like, it wasn't so popular. Like, I wanted a name that wasn't that popular. So we liked that it was different. And so we just agreed on Camden, and we call him Cam for short. And yeah, and I love it now. Like, I absolutely am so happy that we chose Camden, because he is definitely a Camden. Her next question is, what is the best and hardest part of being a mom? The best thing about being a mom is just that you have this like little baby that like loves you so much, and that you love so much, and they're a part of you, and it's just like the most amazing feeling in the whole world. Like, Camden is my whole heart, and I couldn't imagine him not being in my life, and I love him so much, and it's just like, I don't know, I can't really even explain it, but being a mom is like the most amazing feeling in the whole world. I finally feel like there's like I'm here for a reason, you know. I'm Camden's mom, and he's my everything. The hardest thing is also just like thinking to yourself, are you doing a good job? Are you doing everything you can do for your baby? And it can be very, very stressful to take care of a baby. I mean, it's something so new, especially as a first-time mom. But it's so rewarding, and it's so worth it. Okay, Lily Beth Rolone, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She says, hello, you're becoming one of my favorite YouTubers. Oh, thank you so much. I can totally relate to you, your way of thinking, your daily style, and I'm a first-time mommy as well. My baby's 3 months old. I breastfeed, and since I returned to work, I'm pumping too. Thanks for the advice about the tube. I'll definitely be more cautious. I'm so curious to know why you stopped pumping besides the mold situation. I promise you guys I will get to that video. For the Q&A, how did you feel when you started to use formula? Did you feel like a bad mom? Don't get me wrong, I use formula as well because I started too late to pump and I didn't have enough milk saved. But do you feel like these days society judges those moms who use formula with their babies? She goes, I felt that way. Some people made me feel like a bad mom. Hope that wasn't your case. A big hug from Puerto Rico. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. She's from Puerto Rico. Okay. Yes, I totally, like, yes, I understand the whole bad mom thing. I mean, I feel like society does feel like you have to breast pump, and if you don't, it's like, oh, like, why aren't you doing, like, the best thing for your baby? And, like, I can't lie. I thought that in the beginning. Like, I was, like, you know, all about breast milk, and I definitely tried my best to pump for as long as I could. I really haven't gotten much backlash, I think, about using formula, and not as much as I thought, at least. Like, really, no, not many people have said anything about it. But at first, when I started using formula, I did. I felt bad. I was like, I'm giving my baby this, like, stuff that's not as good and not as healthy as, like, my own breast milk. But the thing is, like, you've got to do what you got to do. I was formula fed and I'm completely fine, and I know that formula is completely okay for babies, and if you can breastfeed and you can pump, then by all means do it. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's great. That's amazing and very healthy for your baby. If you can't for whatever reason, or you don't want to for whatever reason, you are the mom. It is up to you to take care of your baby. So if you choose formula over breast milk, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people should let moms take care of their own babies and stop judging and stop telling other people what to do. Like, you're the mom, you can decide, it's your baby, so everyone else should just pretty much shut up about that, unless the mom asks for advice. You know, if they full out say, what should I do? What is best for my baby? What did you do? Like, then if they're asking for the advice, then they're going to get advice. But if you're not asking for advice, then I feel like people should just keep their mouths shut, especially on, like, touchy topics like that, like breastfeeding. I know that breastfeeding is such a touchy topic. I honestly, like, I felt like when I couldn't breastfeed and I was pumping, like, I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm such a bad mom. Like, should I try harder? And it was so painful and it wasn't working, and I finally decided not to do it. And I had a lot of you guys be so supportive and comment and say, you're still a great mom no matter what. Like, don't think just because you can't breastfeed and you're pumping that you're a bad mom. So I want to thank you guys for that, because it really did make me feel so much better. And I really appreciate all the kind words that you guys left on my early on videos. Okay, so I just put the lashes on. I'm going to go ahead and use this ColourPop Cosmetics lip liner. It's the Lippy Pencil in Chi. This is a really, really pretty, like a dark nude lip liner. And I'm, like, running late now, so I need to finish up. And then, as I said before, I'm going to use my favorite lipstick, which is this YSL number 10. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me Q&A. I wanted to just say thank you guys all so much for leaving questions, but I'm in a rush. It's like 5 minutes to 6, and we're supposed to be at my mother-in-law's at 6, so I gotta run upstairs and get dressed, and we're gonna head out. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!